Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa khabar semua? For this video, we will learn about hypothesis testing for one population, part 2. And this subtopic is focused on the first part is for hypothesis test of a population proportion. Okey, ada siapa yang kurang pasti apa itu proportion? Proportion adalah dalam bahasa Melayu kita boleh katakan sebagai pecahan kadaran ataupun yalah macam and kalau saya boleh bagi contoh seperti saya katakan dalam kelas, kalau kita ada let's say ada 40 student dalam kelas ni, so bila kita nakkan let's say sample proportion of pelajar lelaki, let's say we have 30 out of 40 student, so the formula for proportion P equal to X over N, if let's say for the population, and Q is 1 minus P. Okay, this one is for population, but if let's say it's about sample, is a P hat equal to X over N, and Q hat equal to 1 minus P hat. Okay, so for hypothesis test of a population proportion, normally we will apply Z distribution table. Okay, so and in the first box, this is for the step 3 and what we call as a statistic test. Okay, so statistics test value is equal to value equal to Z equal to P hat minus P, and sigma P hat is equal to the square root of PQ over N. Alright, so let's take a look at our first example. Okay, we will still apply 5 steps of hypothesis test. Okay, so for example 1, the first thing, first you need to select all the information that can help you to solve this question, okay, or for any problem. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at the question. The international office claims that 30% of UTEM students had joined in the student mobility program in a few years ago. UTEM has recently offered a new student mobility program. A result of a new survey showed that out of 100 randomly sampled students, 42 have joined the program. Okay, so this is very informative. This is the claim. Okay, and this one also need to highlight. Okay, so this one X and okay. The question is, there significant evidence to suggest that the proportion of students at UTEM who have joined has increased? Okay, so they ask you if any increase after the implementation of new student mobility program. State and test the appropriate hypothesis using alpha, and this one is also the information. Okay, first of all, the first step, you need to state the hypothesis ataupun additional alternative dia. And the second step, you need to find the significance level given by the question. And number 3, we need to calculate the test statistic. And followed by step 4, we compare the result in step 3, and step 2. And last one, 5th step, make a conclusion. Okay, so first of all, we need to remember, normally in hypothesis test of a population proportion, we will apply Z distribution, right? So let's try to solve this question. State the rational and alternative. And even the claim is 35% of UTEM have joined the student mobility program, but remember the question asks you if the proportion of students has increased. So it would increase is the hint for you to inside this put this information in the step 1, which is alternative. Rational is P more than 0.35 increase, right? So this one also 0.35. So if the alternative is more than 0.35, so our rational of course will be less than or equal 0.35. Okay, so our significance level, they are given you alpha equal to 0.05. Okay, so they give you alpha equal to 0.05. And remember, the rejection region based on alternative. So first of all, you need to sketch this distribution. Okay, so alpha is 0.05. So this is one tail test and at the right tail, right? So here is the area. Since alpha is 0.05, so please open the table, Z table. So let's take a look. The table Z. Come, so we can here. Let's do this. Eulen. Okay, good. So kita try to open my Eulen and find at the, I think week 2 is normal distribution. Take a look at table, standard normal Z table. Okay, so apa nak buat ni? Tutup lah. Sorry. Okay, so yes, so 0.05 and at the right hand side. And remember, the area is same at the left hand side but negative. So 0.05 is somewhere. Okay, so let's copy this to the notability. Create new note, import, done. So I will open at this one to help you to find 0.05 area. So 0.05, which is, where is the 0.05? So here is somewhere here. Sorry, this one. Okay, 0.05 is between 0.0495 and 0.0505. So you know that the value is negative 1.6, 4 and 5. So we will 1.645. Okay, for negative. So back to this note. So since the area is at the right hand side, so the value here is, the critical value is 1.645. This area, the critical value. Okay, so at the step 3, we need to calculate the test statistic using this formula, which is Z equal to P hat minus P over PQ over N. Alright, so I will use this area. Okay, so area. So okay, so we know that our P hat actually okay, so this is okay, P hat is equal to, our X is 42 over 100. Okay, so it's 0.42. So to calculate the test statistic, you just substitute the value to the formula. So let's padamkan dulu. Yeah. So our Z, sorry. Z is P hat is 0.42 minus our P is 0.35 over 0.35 times 0.65, and our N is berapa? 100. So please calculate this test statistic. So five. So let's count together. 0.42 minus 0.35 divide by divide with the square root of what, 0.35 times 0.65 and divided by 100. Okay, terus, and oh, error, why? Okay, sorry. Okay, ini okay, what do you get for the answer? My answer is 1.4, sorry, my answer is 1.4676. Okay, that's your test statistic for this problem. So to remember, our next step, which is your fourth step, is make a decision whether to reject or accept region, so or exceptional. So we can do this by compare your result in step 3 with your result in step 2. Okay, so since we have 1.4676 your test statistic, and this value is less than your critical value 1.645. So your 1.4676 is here in accept region. So we can say whether we accept external or we fail to reject external. The same thing, right? And the last step for the fifth step is conclusion based on the question, because they ask you, is there significant evidence to suggest that the proportion of students at UTM have joined has increased since we accept external? Since we accept this, so we reject alternative, right? So our conclusion is there is no significant evidence okay, to suggest that the blah blah blah. So we just continue that. So yeah, very simple. But remember, you need to follow all these 5 steps from the information that you gain from the problem. Okay, now let's do another example for the proportion. Okay, example 2. A manufacturer of alkaline batteries claim that 5% of its batteries are defective. Suppose 300 batteries are randomly selected from a very large shipment. 10 defective batteries are found. Does this outcome provide sufficient evidence for the manufacturer to conclude that the proposition defective in the entire shipment is less than 5%? Okay, so first of all, remember, we need to take all the good information that can help you to solve this problem. So we start with this. We can claim that 5%. Sorry. Ganggu pula ni. Apa pula buat ni? Okay, so our claim, the question claim that 5% of the batteries are defective. So this is kita ambil warna apa? Okay, this my favorite. This one, and this one is your N X. Okay, this is the question. Highlight this. Does this outcome provide sufficient evidence to conclude that the proposition defect in the shipment less than? Okay, so kita kita ambil ni 5%. Okay, so all this information, okay, sometimes we can keluarkan maklumat tu. Contohnya, okay, first of all, what happened? Alamak, baca habis Okay, sis, okay. Alamak. So so saya stop dulu the first video. Then we will continue with the next video, starting with example 2. Alright.